Good morning. It's Friday. Welcome to the Brew. I'm Lex, your host. Today we have Paulina Likos with us from CNBC, and we are going to talk about Warren Buffett takes a big stake in a beauty company, Google breaking up, and Starbucks steals a burrito. Let's get to it. See what we got going here after the bell. There we go. There we go.
Nice. I like it.
You like that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I went to a buddy of mine. He plays in a band. That's not his real job. It's a fake job. And he had a big show at a bar and grill on a big lake and everything over the weekend. Really fun. They're really good. Seen an old guy play drums, pretty cool. He's really good at it. So it was kind of fun. I'm big into music, got to be honest.
I love live guitar playing.
Love it. I agree. Okay, well, can I focus on your highlights or no?
Sure. These are fresh.
Okay.
For, keeping the summer alive past August. So I appreciate you noticing the difference.
I did notice a difference. And since we're talking about a beauty company, yes. Kind of it fits in, right, with the theme. So
absolutely, yeah.
Bingo. Awesome. Okay, well, let's get to it. I know you're always busy, and we just have a little bit of time. So, first one on the docket: Warren Buffett takes a stake in Ulta Beauty, which I know very well because I see those come up on my Chase account. My wife kind of charges stuff there, and it goes ding, that kind of deal. So what's going on there?
Yeah, and I'm sure as you're driving around too, you probably see them in your local, community. What do you call those, shopping centers and stuff that. I'm in the city. I don't see those often, so I forget the name of it. But yes, Warren Buffett, he took this massive stake in Ulta, the beauty company. He purchased, I think it was $266 million worth of stock. That was 690,000 shares of the company. And on that news, the Ulta stock soared about 12%. So this is pretty significant because Ulta has been wavering so far this year. The stock is down 23% year to date. So, why? I was wondering, did Warren Buffett take a stake here?
Right. What did you find out? So I'm looking at the numbers here. You're right. Again, a $377 stock. Oh my God. For real?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's down about 23%. You're correct for the year. That's year to date.
Yes.
What's going on here?
Yeah, so in my research, I found a few things that I think would appeal for Buffett. And of course, we don't know exactly why he invested of it. This is all speculation. But when I was researching, I saw that Ulta is partnering with a huge retailer, Target. So they are expanding into Targets throughout past 2025. And this is really important because even though Ulta is known to have luxury products that are higher priced, which means they make more profit margin on these higher priced items, they also have different price points for different products, which means they can appeal to a wide array of consumers of different income cohorts. So that allows them to expand into, places like Target. But they're also expanding in other areas outside of the US. In Mexico, they have another partnership with this company called Axo that's based in Mexico. And that could be another bullish opportunity to expand outside of North America.
Okay.
But there are some issues here. So Ulta has a lot of competition from Sephora. I'm sure you see that on your income statement as well.
I see that one too. That's another one.
Yeah. So what Sephora has going for it is it's been expanding in Kohl's. So that is taking a lot of the market share in the beauty industry, and it's huge competition for Ulta. So that's an issue right there. But what Warren Buffett, I think, is really attracted to this stock is its value. So Ulta stock is extremely undervalued relative to its historical average. So I think Buffett might see this 23% drop in the stock as an attractive entry point, which could be the reason why he made such a massive buy here.
Okay. Interesting. So here a couple things I didn't know about Ulta. This is news to me. It is headquartered in Bolingbrook, Illinois, and it says Romeo, Illinois, which is nearby. It's not. I can't walk there, but it's close enough to throw a stone at, I think.
Okay.
Did not know that. So it was, I guess, created by Dick George and Terry Hansen, also native to the area as well. So interesting. I didn't know it was a local product. So another thing too about Buffett, he has been famous for saying he likes to buy things that he understands.
Right.
So if you notice, he buys things like Dairy Queen and Coca-Cola. Not hard to figure out. He doesn't get into the recipe for Coca-Cola or Dairy Queen for that matter. He just knows it's selling frickin' ice cream or selling soft drinks, right? Ulta maybe a little bit more complex, but still, not exactly a high tech, cybersecurity type company, right?
Right. It's more of a consumer exposed company, which, Buffett has invested in those companies in the past, and he probably sees some sort of trends that other struggling consumer companies had in the past that might mirror Ulta. So I'm sure one of the things that he really likes to do is he's a value investor. So when you look at the stock's valuation, I think that's what really pops out to me immediately. There's this whole question around the consumer and consumer health, which is why the stock is probably down 23% year to date. It's because consumers, they might be trading down to cheaper makeup products, which might be, hitting Ulta. But I think that might be a transitory headwind. And over time, the consumer may recover and might have some flexibility to buy some of those higher priced items. So we'll see what happens with the stock.
Yeah. Yeah. They've got, and the other thing, a couple of other nice little fun facts. Number of employees, 38,000. Wow. Bigger than I thought, right? And revenue, 2023 revenue, full year is 11.2 billion. Again, a lot bigger than I would expect. Did not know that. So yeah, Lisa, this is definitely in his wheelhouse. Interesting. And you said that they're going to be moving into Target, was it, or TJ Maxx? I forgot what the one you said.
They have a partnership with Target.
Okay, cool. Good one. Now, Google might be going the way of Standard Oil. You're too young to know what that means. So am I, for that matter. That's when Rockefeller got his Standard Oil broken up by the government because it became sort of too big to be cool. So what's going on here? The search world is getting broken up a little bit, potentially.
Potentially. So the Department of Justice, they found Google has broken antitrust laws in its search business. Essentially, antitrust means that there are anti-competitive practices in a certain industry. And because Google's search business has become so big, it has more than 90% of, which means it's the preferred search engine for consumers. And, it has the cultural appeal. We always say, oh, let's just Google it and find out, right? So all of this has led to the Department of Justice to kind of go against Google. And yeah, they found them that Google is hurting competition in its industry. And now the courts are discussing whether the search giant can be broken up. So other players, of course, we've talked about this, have been trying to chip away at Google search. We know Microsoft's Bing has tried to, eat away at that. And now we have the emergence of AI chatbots like ChatGPT that are trying to do that. But, make no mistake, Google is the king of search here. So let's kind of play this out. If Google were to be broken up, it would still be a strong business. I don't think it would be a negative for the company because their advertising revenue, which comes from selling ad space on the website, it's a very lucrative business. And Google's, advertising platform, Google Ads, it's a preferred destination for ad buyers, and I don't think it's going to be hurt that much if it were to be broken up.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Rockefeller's business only grew when he got broken up. He became richer. Interesting. So, I mean, when they say break it up, though, would it be like Google and Google too? I mean, what does that mean? I don't even understand how you break up a search engine.
So I think that it might be broken up into different businesses. When you think about Google, it's more than just the search business. They also have Google Cloud Services. They have a very successful cloud business. They also have YouTube, which is another huge business. They also have invested in Waymo, which is the self-driving car. And obviously it's in the very early stages, but it could be another big business in the future. So there are a few business segments that Google has that could be potentially spin off and could very well be successful businesses individually too. Okay,
good. Do you use Google? I only use Google. I got to be honest.
Yeah, I only use Google too. It's I've always used it, so I don't see myself veering away to other search engines.
Sometimes because I'm a Windows guy as opposed to a Mac guy. I have both. Actually, I'm on a Mac now, but I use Windows more. Sometimes I get the little prompt, do you want Bing to be your default search engine, which I say no all the time. For whatever reason, I like Google. I grew up in the Google world. I traded Google as we were the specialists in options in Google when it first came out. And I got a note today, 20 years ago, Google had its IPO, and soon thereafter we became specialists in the options. So interesting. But I'm a Google guy. I don't know why. It's just easy. I think it's just fast, easy. I get good information, I suppose, for the most part. So I kind of like it. Who else is out there? Bing? Anyone else coming to mind? Is that like there's one with a duck in it? I forget.
Yeah, there's Bing. Bing, I think, has like 3% of the global market share, so it's not even competitive. That's why Microsoft purchased OpenAI, because they thought that by incorporating some of those artificial intelligence capabilities into Bing, that could be a driver for that search engine and compete with Google. And even Microsoft knew that it wasn't going to get a considerable amount of market share from Google, but they said that even if they got like 2%, it would be worth billions of dollars. So they're trying to just get little pieces of it, but Google is the main guy here.
Okay, got it. All right, good. So number 3, might be my favorite one of the 3 today. Starbucks steals, I said the burrito in the opening, but the Chipotle CEO. And I read about his little, signing bonus package. Pretty good, right? Wow. What's the deal here? And I have a couple opinions about Starbucks because I go there a lot. So, and I'm not happy about wait time. So anyway, go ahead. What's going on here?
Yeah, well, since you are a frequent Starbucks customer, you already know that the wait times have been extremely long. Sometimes customers are turning away and not even purchasing their drinks because they don't want to wait. And that's been a huge issue for Starbucks in its North America stores in the US. That hurt sales, it hurt profits. And not only in the US, but also in China. Starbucks in China has been very weak. Obviously, that has to do with the weak consumer in China and the slow recovery that China's economy is experiencing. So essentially, this has been going on for some time, and the Starbucks board decided to take out Laxminarasimhan, who has been at the helm for 2 years now. And they essentially, took the Chipotle CEO, Brian Niccol, who has been at that company since March of 2018. And the stock on the news surged 24% in one session, adding billions of value to the stock. So there was a lot of euphoria on that day. And so it seems like Wall Street is bullish that Niccol can mount a turnaround and address some of the issues that Starbucks is facing.
So this guy, Nichols, right? The new guy, I guess it's Niccol. He did a great job at Chipotle, right? He killed it there.
He really did.
So his bonus package, and again, I've seen a couple different numbers. something in the, 8 figures, right? It was like $113 million all in, and there's incentives built in if you meet certain metrics as well. So it could be even more. I mean, that's not chump change anymore. That's pretty good.
No, I mean, Starbucks was very serious about making a difference here. And the great thing about I think what they like about Nickel is that he was able to, taking a step back in March 2018, when he was at Chipotle was facing a lot of issues, like health issues, like salmonella concerns. And there was this, a lot of negative sentiment around the company. But Brian Nickel, he really utilized these savvy marketing techniques to bring more customers in and turn this issue around. He was also able to reduce wait times, which is exactly what Starbucks needs to do.
Yeah.
Although he hasn't dealt with China issues. So I'm curious to see how he addresses that. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think I guess the whole mobile ordering thing, order in advance, has put a little wrinkle in the whole process here. You're in the store, you're in the car line, whatever, which I always go to, and you've got these baristas just filling up these mobile orders, and you see them, they're like scrambling in there, and there's not enough room behind the counter for any more to handle just mobile, just store, just drive through. So I sat there sometimes, I'm like, oh, this is brutal. Maybe I should, not complain and just join them and order my drink before I go there and pick it up. I don't know, but they do have to fix this and figure this out. Why didn't they go back to Schultz, the original guy? They seem to be tapping him every time they have a problem. They bring him back.
Really? How many times are they going to go back to him? I don't know. I think that he's trying to distance himself as much as possible. I think he might be an advisor to the board, but he is not really. He did come out and say that he supports Brian Nickel coming in as CEO, but yeah, he's kind of stepping away and doesn't want to be in the spotlight.
Got it. I understand. All right, cool. Well, this is good, Paulina. Thanks for this. A handful of ones that are close to my heart. I love it. You have a great weekend. Happy Friday, as always. Love the new hair. Terrific. Wonderful.
Thank you.
It's not new hair. It's new colored hair, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I think Molly will be back next time.
Yes.
She's been traveling a little bit. So, yeah, we miss her. She'll be back. And you have a great weekend. Cool.
Thanks. You too.
See you next week. Good to see you. Bye. Have a great weekend.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.